What is the number one unspoken rule of guys? Don't throw a friend under the bus to impress someone. Ever. Unless it's to impress the bus driver. In contact sports, no violence towards testicles. No matter how much you hate the opposition. I once played rugby against a women's team. They hold no such honor code. My testicles were as good as punch bags to them. I had a friend in HS who played water polo at the local club, and one day, his coach pitted them against the women's team, the senior team, not the one in the respective age group. They all went in smiling, thinking they'd grab some stray boobies and butts. But all they caught was lots of kicks in the nuts. Hey, that rhymed. They won. But the victory took its toll. Keep your eyes on your own work at the urinal. Nice watch, BTW. Don't make your mate look bad in front of a girl he likes. I do a good enough job of this myself. I don't need anyone's help. Beer and pizza BBQ as acceptable payment for helping another man work on his house or vehicle. To an extent. If you're residing this guy's whole house, or shingling the roof, I think you're entitled to more generous compensation. Changing the oil in a car and or helping a friend move into their new place. That's a pizza and beer sitch. You can have the last slice of pizza. You can have the last beer. But you can't not have both. This is a spoken rule for me. You never duck with another man's car or another man's wife. When he lends you his car, leave some beer in the back. Except it's summer. It has never been spoken of, and will continue to retain its anonymity forever. To speak about it would go against it and the second rule. When you lose, say little. When you win, say less. Unless it's fantasy football. Then you talk that shit. I talked all the shit in the beginning of the season. I am now on a 3-game losing streak. This season has been a lesson in humility and how saying I am inevitable after winning every game wasn't a great idea. Never complain about the quality and price of the beer and food you are offered at your friend's house. It can be piss in the bottle. But you drink it and you are only allowed to complain about it not being cold enough. The best beer is free beer. Unless it's Red Dog. That is a crime against humanity. Don't poke fun at the way a man makes his income. A man's gotta eat. Randy Bo Bandy. We like to give each other shit but also know there are lines you don't cross. If a guy does, he should expect nothing but swift retribution from all other guys in the immediate vicinity. The unspoken line. We know of its existence and pray you do not cross it by accident. The head nod when you pass each other on the street. Not down for strangers. Not up for friends. If your bros girl is making passes at you, you tell him and you'll yeet that hoe. This beach cheatin'. Yeet. If you hug another man, slap his upper back so he knows it's a manly bro hug. 2 shakes. 3 pats. That even though my dad probably couldn't take John Cena Jr.'s dad in a fight, I will. By rule. Always state he could beat up anybody else's dad. It is known. If your best friend dies, it's your obligation to delete their internet history. Honestly, just throw my phone and computers into a bathtub and overflow it. I wish it were thou shalt not talk to strangers whilst standing at a urinal. But alas. When peeing, choose a urinal not next to another guy. When pooping, choose a urinal not next to another guy. Ah yes, pooping in the urinal. If a bro dies while lifting, one bro shall call 911 while the others throw a couple more 45s on the bar. Doctor. Ro. If this weight was just 45 pounds lighter, we cold saved him. When we make eye contact on the street, we give each other a little nod of respect. It's just man politeness and it should transcend class or race. If a random girl asks you to pretend to be her boyfriend in a bar or wherever to help her get rid of a creep, you absolutely step up. Even if you're gay. Oh yes, me and this girl. We make many love. We mash our privates together like. What I say, babe? 8. 9 times a day? Yeah, at least I'd say. Throw your arm around her and stare right at her ear. Breathe really heavy so she can smell all 12 strawberry daiquiris. This will 100% work and fool the creep. They will back away slowly, not wanting to alarm you. When shaking hands, don't go to grab their dong. It's rude. But I was told that if I want to get the job, I'll have to give the job. Never cross the streams. And Ray, if anyone asks you if you are a god, say yes. No hitting the nuts. I've seen men legitimately attempt to murder each other, but there were no nut hits. More than 2 shakes is playing with it. We're okay with playing with it. If you are a dribbler, dribble on their feet. If they give you the more than 2 shakes is playing with it look. No matter how far the urinals are spaced apart, it's always every other urinal. If your friend rings you up and says don't lie, lie like duck. Real quick. Harry, don't lie. That means the beach got the drop on us. My back is against the wall. Help me. Help. Any. Don't ask your close guy friend a question you don't want an honest answer to. You can maintain a beautiful friendship while knowing that each of you hates the other so with a passion. Less said. Best said. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes. You can't bite more than 3 inches of a banana at once. We've all measured our dongs. And we've all been on the internet for at least 30 minutes to find out what the average dong size is. Don't mess around with another guy's significant other. If this rule is broken, you forfeit your rights as a man. I also choose this guy's wife. Bros before hoes. This is the most expressed rule ever. I'm 6 feet 5 inches. If there's someone close to me in height in the room, I'm allowed to break into their conversation to measure myself against them. Ah yes. I've seen this one on the Discovery Channel where the 2 giraffes throw neck haymakers at each other. If a bro dies while lifting, add more weight. Then call the cops. The look of sympathy when someone's girlfriend is throwing a tantrum. When one of the squad starts taking about their porn preferences. Always publicly give a collective you come on bro. Seriously. Then always check it out later that night to see if you should add to your bank as well. Do not make conversation at a urinal. Ever. Under any circumstance. Even if the building is burning down and you're trying to tell everyone to leave. No. Stop it. I think there is a small window of exception to this. And it's 11 PM to 1 AM Friday and Saturday night only at a club bar where it's noisy outside the bathroom. The bathroom is packed and someone wants to make a joke about it being too hot or complain about the bathroom lines. Or the prices being ridiculous. Or something along those lines. But they mustn't look at anyone in particular and begin everything by addressing the whole room. Well boys. Such as well boys. You're probably all wondering why I've gathered you all here. We're planning a caper. We have a lot of holes. Please never push any wasps into any of the holes. Did we really need to codify that? Nice try. Women. Always use the urinal right next to someone already using it. Show some support. Especially if they're all alone. It's a bit rude and cold to leave a big space. And show a little encouragement. Especially if they have a shy bladder. A little pat on the back should help. When commenting on the other guy's equipment, be polite and say it's big or nice. Even if they have an ugly tiny penis. When using the stall, if you hear the guy next to you is struggling, show your hand under the stall. We all need to hold someone's hands in times like these. Chill dong. Bro. Youngest age for dating a girl. Half of your age plus 7. The idea of dating a 22-year-old as a 30-year-old sounds exhausting. The rule we measure our knobs with. We all know the proper formula is length times diameter plus weight over girth divided by angle of the tip squared. Give a friend a turn when playing Xbox. If a buddy of yours has a crush on a girl, dated a girl, then that girl is off limits. Had 2 friends get in a fight over a girl back in high school and things got ugly. There's a billion other girls out there. Find a different one. If your friend has dated someone in past, you ask him first before making a move. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can watch together.